Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com, and this video is about an Taurus ascendant, Aries moon, and a Cancer sun. So your ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth. And the sign upon which it falls is your rising sign. So your rising sign is in fixed earth. It's night, womb energy. It is cold and dry. Venus is the exoteric ruler, and the sole ruler is Vulcan, who happens to be the husband of Aphrodite Venus in the myths, and who is the goldsmith of the gods. And he helps shape souls for spiritual evolution. Okay, now Taurus is the archetype of the builder. If you look at the glyph, it is the bull. So the qualities of the bull: stubborn, fixed, endurance, stable, hardworking, right? All of that is the bull. But the bull also sees red. Seeing red is rage. So Taurus can have rage, although it is Venusian and, Venus is sweet and it's about connecting. But there could be a suppressed possessiveness, rage, and anger within Taurus. So Taurus is the builder, and it likes to consolidate, and it deals with the banking and the arts and theater and all of that, and basically the arts and media and entertainment. All of that is Venusian, right? And so Uranus is in Taurus after 84 odd years, and for all the Taurian ascendants, your life has changed. Uranus is about electrical storms that it brings. And when I think about Uranus and Taurus, I think about how oak trees root deeper into the ground when there are crazy storms. So that is how you are rooting now, Taurus. You're rooting in the face of these storms that are coming at you. Because Taurus is about rooting, it's about grounding, it is about the physical body, and it is about agriculture and all the produce of Gaia. It is the earth itself, Taurus, okay? Now, very tactile, very touchy-feely, experiences the world through the five senses, because that is the five-petaled star of Venus. She experiences the world through her five senses, a Taurian ascendant. Very beautiful, very Venusian. Especially if you have Venus on your ascendant, or Venus in or moon in Taurus, on your ascendant. You have an Aries moon, sorry, 12th house Aries moon. So no, I mean, you're very beautiful, but there's a fieriness to your moon, of course, I'll get to that. And angst that Aries brings about with that, because Aries is very, anxious energy. We love food. Taurus is about food and eating. It rules the throat. So food, when it touches your mouth, it goes down your throat before it digests in the stomach and gives you sustenance. Having a Taurus ascendant, your voice is probably very beautiful, and the way you communicate with people is probably very, very profound, and very, not profound necessarily, but very enjoyable. Okay, yes, Taurus can be profound because Taurus is connected to Pleiades, and in the Vedic system, Pleiades is known as the Kritika, and Kritika is the bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. Also in Taurus, you have Aldebaran, the red star. That is the third eye of the bull. Okay, so Taurus is definitely very spiritual as well, but on the surface, it's about desires, Venusian desires. But its downfall can also be those Venusian desires when it gets trapped and attached to materialism, in a very bad way. Okay, very stuck way. It can't get out. It is stuck, hoarding, procuring, buying. Okay, loves beautiful things. Very fixed, very focused, very stubborn. Likes to buy gifts, but can be very controlling in relationships. likes to be committed, does not go for quickies, okay, one night stands, likes the long haul, okay, and sometimes will be in a marriage even though it is stagnant and it is not worth it, because they don't want to lose face, they don't want to walk away, they can't walk away, okay, because they are very fixed. Think about Taurus, it's very nourishing, food nourishes us, sustains us, so it is a very nourishing sign, very fecund, fertile, womb energy, creative, Venus, creative, feminine, receptive. As I said, also the throat. So any problems that you have with Venus in your chart, especially if she's on your 6th house cusp conjunct Mars, squaring Saturn, then problems with your throat could also pop up. Issues with the thyroid gland, and oftentimes Taurus can't lose weight. Sometimes it's because of thyroid imbalance. Okay, so be mindful of that. Okay, and temperamental, stubborn, we already went into that, and it can hold grudges, Taurus, and not forgive. It can also be very possessive. Now Taurus is connected to the Muladhara chakra and the 10th Sephiroth, which is Malkut, again, which deals with the physical worlds. It's a diurnal sign, very physically oriented, 3D. Okay, so you're definitely here to experience 3D. You shouldn't be very poor, okay? As I said, unless you have very difficult aspects to your Venus, okay? Especially if Mars is hitting your Venus. Any difficult planets is hitting your ascendant lord. You do not like surprises, Taurus. You like the same old, same old. Sometimes you will order the same old also in the same old restaurant, because you like to stick with the routine. Earth holds form, so once you've held that form, you don't like to let it go. Even with men, the preoccupation with the body and beautification can be seen with the Taurus ascendant, okay? Very functional and very embodied sign. Stephen Forrest, the eminent astrologer, says that Taurus is not just about money. At an even more fundamental level, it represents nature itself and the survival resources she provides for us. So there's very deep mystery between sustenance and Taurus. Okay. Now you have the 12th house moon, which is problematic. 12th house by itself is a very problematic house. It's the house of your undoing, house of incarceration, intoxication, escapism, mental asylums, hospitals, all of that. And having a personal planet there can be very iffy. And moon there definitely, especially it's fire. Aries is cardinal, ruled by Mars. And you have your moon in a Mars ruled sign. Not good. Moon is cold and moist. Mars is hot and dry. The moon is the very antithesis of the ascendant, and the ascendant is the Jungian mask you wear to interface with society. It's your physical body and how the world perceives you, how you look. With your moon, it's who you are when the mask comes off, and you're raw and vulnerable, okay, and no one is watching. And till the age of 7, your moon sign is most evident. And after the age of 35, your moon sign can become a big problem, because you've spent so much time making these everyday habit patterns. Everyday habit patterns is the moon. Your mother is the moon. Childhood is the moon. How you connect, how you nurture. So you spend so much time developing these habits that you can't break out of them. And sometimes that can be detrimental to your soul evolution, right? So having an Aries moon, you definitely like new things. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Having an Aries moon, you can be very selfish. Moon in Aries, I think your biggest problem is impatience and anger. Quite a bit of it, throwing a fit if you don't get your way, because you want to get what you want to get, okay? And your emotions are sort of, they rise crescendos, and they can be up and down, very fluctuating, because Aries is cardinal, very fluctuating. And Aries moon wants to start new things. It could be relationships. Moon also speaks of relationships. For men, it's your wife. Okay? So, very fiery energy, very tempestuous, very agitating, very harsh. Because Mars is combativeness, strife, the red planet, and not very like to initiate things, but you can't complete them. Hopefully your Taurus ascendant is providing you that fuel, that complete this, because emotionally you want new things, you want new experiences. You don't want the same old marriage, or the same old situation all the time. Very libidinal. Mars ruled moon, so very libidinal, very sexual, very, very, and Cancer sun as well, very, again, libidinal. So your moon is, your sun is in Cancer again, which is a fall position for the sun, because sun does so well in Capricorn, right? It's opposite, is not very good in a moon ruled house, because again, sun is hot and dry, and sun is exalted in Aries, by the way. So having your sun in Cancer, you're definitely out to serve, and by providing some kind of service to your community, because Cancer is about the family, it's about home, it's about hearth, and the sun in Cancer can be very protective of their family, of their territory, of the people they love, of the experiences that they have. They can be very possessive. All Taurus, Aries, and Cancer can be very possessive. The sun is how you want the world to perceive you. Sun is how you shine, how you lead. Sun is your father or your husband, So sun in Cancer makes you at least you want to give out a very soft and caring side to yourself. Because Cancer is very caring. It is the first water sign, and the sign when emotions start to dominate. It is Cancer rules the breast. Aries rules the head, I told you. Taurus the throat. Cancer rules the breast and stomach. Nourishment, sustenance. So here you have a very beautiful Taurus ascendant and a Cancer sun. So this is the archetype of the builder, the archetype, Aries, archetype of the initiator, and Cancer is the archetype of the nurturer. So, when I think of Taurus and Cancer, I think of clay, because Taurus is earth and Cancer is water. Cardinal water that wants to start new things. Fixed wants to continue the work, but you have cardinal, and honestly, your sun and moon are square, because your moon is in Aries and your sun is in Cancer, so they're square. From this is your third house, Taurus. Cancer is your third house, and you have this third house sun that is squaring your 12th house moon. So maybe problems also with siblings could have occurred, and childhood could have been very disruptive. Okay, and you definitely want to, with your Cancer sun, you're very empathic. You feel compassion much more than any other Taurus Aries placements would, and because your moon is in such a difficult position, and your sun is also in a difficult position, so your emotions and the way you want to shine in the world could be in dichotomy. They're also squares are aspects of tension, but ultimately they seek mastery. That's what a square in your chart does. It tells you to achieve mastery. So what have you learned with the builder, the pioneer, and the nurturer? How have you brought them together? Are you healing others? Are you healing yourself? How has this journey been? Leave me a comment, subscribe, comment, share. Book a reading, tinaheals.com. Thank you.